everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised.
When the moon is in the 7th house, and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets, and love will steer the stars. The 5th dimension, Age of Aquarius. Good day, friends! Sam really needs a name for all of our listeners of the I'm not saying that fucking name. Carryonics! I just watched a 2-hour, actually, I just watched this really great 5-hour and 56-minute video essay that you should really watch. It's all on every media made by North Korea. It's really fucking fascinating. I also watched one about all the entertainment made by cults.
Now that one could be interesting. How many of them were political cults?
Not a lot. Well, all of them generally tend to be political to an extent, just like not all of them are Christianity based. But anywho, my sister has named all of our shows. We're not talking about that no more. I'm nixing that.
I like CPU.
Tomato pie. Anyways, this is part 4 of the Manson family murders. Sam decided she was going to show that Manson had a pattern of commanding executions and that had reached beyond his incarceration. On July 25th, 1969, a group of family members were sent to the Topanga Canyon home of Gary Hinman. There were 2 opinions on why the group was there. One thought is that Manson wanted to recruit the soft-spoken musician, thinking he had some high-value assets. The other one is from the killer. He was sold bad mescaline. Sam wanted to know what kind of drug that is, and now she wants to try it. It's a naturally occurring psychedelic found mostly in peyote. I don't think a lot of people call it mescaline anymore. I still think they call it peyote.
Yeah, they mostly call it peyote now. I'll be honest, I've heard it called it. I've heard the term.
I think mescaline is more of when you're taking it as a party drug, whereas peyote, a lot of new ageier people will call it that just because it sounds more natural. You know, it's sort of like how MDMA does not sound like mescaline.
No.
Or DMT. One of those is fucking... It's basically mescaline.
Anyways, yes, I would like to try it. Yes, it's a bucket list item. I'd like to understand why people used to get what people used to get high.
We might do that as a Mything 15 Minutes episode. Not Sam getting high. She does that. But a lot of the shared hallucinations that can happen on psychedelics.
So are you telling me you would try psychedelics with me if we could have a shared hallucination?
I can't even do weed, sissy.
Right.
What part of my personality that you have known me 36 years, what part of my personality do you think would do better on psychedelics? Is it the overwhelming weight of the world I feel all the time? Is it the fact that I am holier than thou? Is it, hold on, I've got more faults here. Is it my controlling nature? Is it my perfectionism? Is it the fact that I don't believe the world around me exists as it is, so I have to hone myself to... I actually have no idea where the end of this conversation is going. I thought I had something. I feel like I have something here.
You want to keep going just to see if you can pick it up again?
Nah, I've lost it. Now imagine that on drugs.
I don't know. I need to find a partner in crime that does drugs with me.
Either way, Bobby Beausoleil, Susan Atkins, yes, her again, and Mary Brunner showed up at the Hinman home. During the 3-day-long torture session, Manson and Bruce Davis would show up. Manson, as soon as he walked into the house, cut Hinman's ear and face with a sword. If Sam remembers, it was some type of cutlass. The handle was a closed basket and slightly curved. How do you know that? Is it a reading or did they show it?
I believe it. If I remember
you
correctly,
I
saw a picture of the sword.
Okay.
I don't know where I saw this picture.
Were you high at the time?
No, I remember it from previously before I started using the
marijuana.
marijuana.
You seeing from before you started using the marijuana?
Before I started using the marijuana.
Back to the story. After cutting the man, Manson told Beausoleil that he needs to stay and collect the money. Manson and Davis left in one of Hinman's cars. On the 27th, though, Beausoleil stabbed Hinman twice, and the women, Atkins and Brunner, would take turns holding a pillow over his face. The killers would use Hinman's blood to write "Political Piggy" on the wall with what looks like a paw print. Beausoleil would be caught August 6th, driving the murdered man's car. When he was arrested, he had a blood-stained knife. Brunner would testify against him, and Atkins is well known for running her mouth by now. He would get 2 trials. Fun fact, I believe that's the one that Susan Atkins was actually in jail for.
Yes, it is. Good job on remembering that from the last one.
Remembering what? This is like the 8th time I've had to fucking say something about Atkins being in jail for a murder we have not talked about yet. We do not reference at all. She's just previously in jail for... Everyone else is arrested for chop shop shit. She's over here in a murder we've never talked about, talking her shit about this murder that's in this episode that is not related to this murder over here being fucking investigated by the sheriffs. But yes, they are, because as soon as she starts running her mouth, suddenly fucking helter-skelter and death to piggies is all over the fucking walls. So now, everything's all connected. And it's not even talking about Gerald Ford.
Well, we'll be discussing him later after another political round.
6 episodes! He comes out in 6 episodes! 4 for the singing Epstein, 2 for the... Beausoleil would get 2 trials. One hung jury and the other sentenced him to death, but was then converted 7 years to life when the death penalty was abolished in 1972-ish. If he was not in jail, he would have likely been the leader in one or more nights of creepy crawling terror. He has been granted parole twice, once in 2019 and again in 2025. However, Governor Gavin Newsom overturned both releases. As of December 8th, 2025, California Supreme Court has said that Newsom is within his scope to deny the release of any prisoner. Boy, do I want to go into a rant about Newsom right now.
I know, but he has a valid point on not releasing the prisoner.
Oh, no, I honestly think that... On August 16th, police led a raid on the ranch for the chop shop that they were running on the ranch. Oh, Sammy, such fucking sentence structure. It's amazing.
I'm going to start using Grammarly just to fuck with you now.
Oh my gosh, it's legible. It must be AI. Manson believed that Donald Shorty Shay was an informant. Who the hell? When did he join the club?
Keep reading.
How keep reading? He dies in the next paragraph.
What
fucking War and Peace bullshit is this?
He's the next murder.
Who is he? How is he here? Why is he here?
When
did he enter the story?
He's a member of the family. Well, was a member of the family and was excommunicated from the family.
I really would like, if we have to retake this a 3rd time, just hypothetically.
You want me to rewrite it?
I want you to rewrite it in chronological order! With a fucking cast of characters at the beginning! I want this to be a 3-act structure! And I would like Vincent D'Onofrio to play Tex Watson. I don't know why, honestly, Vincent D'Onofrio. I don't know why. Tex Watson always came off as a Matthew McConaughey, but I think that's because his name's Tex. So anytime I think about him, he kind of got that.
He was more like a good old boy.
So
when he went to trial, he had his hair cut. He looked less hippie-ish, more that, hi, I'm willing to take your daughter to prom, and we're going to do nothing.
I don't believe a man named Tex Watson could ever look like that.
I'm telling you.
On August 29th, 1969, Manson ordered the execution of Shorty at Spawn Ranch. Yelling at you is taking the breath out of me. Man, being verbally abusive to you takes a toll, sissy.
And now you understand why I'm physically abusive towards you. We are trauma bonded together.
Please note, this is a sibling thing. This is not a domestic dispute. She's a bitch.
And he's an idiot.
I'd rather be an idiot than a bitch.
I'd rather be a bitch than an idiot.
Good news, you're both.
Ba-da-ba-ba, asshole.
On August 29th, 1969, why am I laughing? I should... You know Manson ordered the execution of this guy. On August 29th, 1969, Manson ordered the execution of Shorty at Spawn Ranch. Watson, Davis, Steve Grogan. Was that Clem Grogan?
I think maybe. I don't know. They called him Steve for this one, but I don't remember if they ever used the first name.
Well, you used Clem when you talked about him last episode.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Bill Vance, Larry Bailey, and Manson himself took Shorty for a ride. And not the fun kind. Not the one you usually take shorties on. Ba-da-ba. Shortly into the ride, Grogan hit Shorty with a pipe wrench from the back seat, while Watson started stabbing the man's chest. The group removed Shorty from the car up in the hills behind Spawn Ranch, before stabbing him to death. The murder would be solved because of snitches. So many snitches. Not just Susan Atkins.
Nope.
Bruce Davis, Tex Watson, and Steve Grogan were charged with the murder. Grogan, in 1977, was done with hearing that they had dismembered Shorty. In December, he drew a map to where the body was located to prove the rumors wrong. And he was not dismembered at the time of his death. However, again, there is possibility that
they're
scavengers
able to see,
and whatnot.
Well, there's a difference when it's the scavenger, how they pull apart.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, at that time...
At this point in time, at the time of his murder, he was
I don't know where his foot is. I didn't take it.
Exactly.
That wasn't me. Ask any of the homeless or the coyotes. Why are you laughing? California has a severe homeless person problem.
Yeah, but I was picturing the coyote. I was actually picturing Wild the Coyote with a goddamn foot running around, okay? I had a moment.
Yeah, you did. We have two more crimes related to the Manson family. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Keep going.
One we're going to talk about right now, and one that Sam has decided to make its own episode. So onward to the last crime we're going to talk about. Sandra Good was one of the youngest members of the family. She had not been involved in any of the murders. At least, not that Sam found out. Although, guilt by association, yada 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 yada. After Manson's arrest and moved to Folsom Prison, Good and Lynette Fromm, we will get to her, Sam promises. After Manson's arrest and moved... Oh wait, I just read that. After Manson's arrest and moved to Folsom Prison, Good and Lynette Fromm, and yes, we will be getting to Looney Lynette Fromm, Sam does promise, moved to Sacramento, California to be closer to Manson. They became nuns in Manson's new religion, the Order of the Rainbow. Renaming herself Blue, becoming celibate, and drug-free. Good on her for giving up drugs. Sam, when are you going to give up drugs?
When are you going to give up drugs?
I can't do drugs.
There's an entire department set up for your drugs, not my drugs.
Caffeine does not have regulations.
Yeah.
ATFC? Oh no, it's alcohol, tobacco, firearms. Didn't they add
No, they haven't added anything.
I thought they added. I thought it was like ATFW now or something. Like I swore they added something to ATF.
They want to legalize marijuana,
but they also want to arrest everyone who's on the marijuana.
Exactly. So it's a catch-22. Anyways.
Anywho, renaming herself Blue. Blue and Red. Red. Lynette Squeaky Fromm had changed her name to Red. Would become heavily involved with the environment. The International People's Court of Retribution was a terrorist group that would assassinate executives and CEOs of companies that polluted the earth. Sort of. See, Blue and Red sent hundreds of threatening letters to executives on all levels of companies that were polluting the earth. Sam cannot find fault in reasoning, but not the right way to go around it. We like the spirit, you just got to work on the hustle.
Yes, I would also like to say they didn't actually kill anybody. The plan was to kill people.
Well, that's what I meant by they wanted to be known as this, terrorist organization that killed people.
Yes.
On December of 1975, Good and Susan Murphy were arrested for conspiracy to send threatening letters through the mail. Do not fuck with the U.S. Postal Service. She would get sentenced to 10 years for 5 total charges in federal prison. She would be released in 1985. Even after all these years, Good still believes in Charles Manson. We had 1 murder before the spree, 1 murder after the spree, 1 federal conviction, and another one, which will be our next episode. Dish.
6 episodes.
Which will be in 6 episodes, because next week, it's the AJ Files. Charles Manson's reach went far into the minds and habits of those that followed him in a cult-like manner. I would say they were indeed a cult. The young adults that fell under Manson's spell. He was not that good looking. He killed the decade of love. When many people think of the 1960s now, Manson is always at the top of that list. And that's the end of that chapter. Now we don't have to ever talk about Charles Manson again. Right, sissy?
Right.
Anyways, next week, we are cutting to a different kind of sleazebag. One that didn't exactly have a cult, but one that I think has cult-like fervor pushed behind him now.
I agree.
One that releasing the files against him took an act of Congress that, as of recording this, the DOJ is now 33 days behind.
What's today? Today's the 20th, so that they know when we recorded this. So, January 20th of 2026.
Well, they would have known that 33 days behind.
Anyways, can we not discuss him right now when we have 4 episodes on him?
Why are you yelling at me, sister? I've only ever been nice to you. Delete the fucking footage. Anyways, hi. Thank you for watching or listening. You could be watching us over on the YouTube, although that's starting at the very beginning, and we sound really terrible. Although we are a little bit funnier, although we are a little bit darker. Oh boy, we're darker. Oh my god, that first episode. Oh my god, guys, it's terrible. But go over to YouTube at Killing 15 Minutes, and you get to hear us again. A little bit of remix here, trying to make it nice sounding. And some pictures. Pictures are nice and calming. And some are funny. Also, check out our Patreon. Oh my gosh. We're in California, so I decided to be a Valley girl. So, check out our Patreon where you get to hear all of this unedited. So if you're even hearing this, oh my god, guys. It's only $5 for a single tier, unedited. You get community stuff. You get to talk to us. You get to yell at us. You get to flame us. If you know that we're doing something wrong or said something stupid, you can fact check us. If we get enough people, we will be doing like bonus episodes, which is us just going, hey, we fucked up.
Here's the facts.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, even though we never do anything on Twitter.
That's all on you, bro. You have the Twitter passwords.
That's true, but I hate Twitter.
I understand that.
Like, share, subscribe, and do all the stuff that appeases the great almighty algorithm.
I'm Sam Rossi.
And I'm AJ Carey.
Later, y'all.
Keep on carrying on.
CARE. Because
Carry On Production.